We are so fortunate to have with us today Dan Cockerell, who is the Vice President of Epcot at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And when I was visiting the park last fall for my board meeting, Dan graciously gave me a tour of the tunnels in Magic Kingdom. And while we were walking the park, he mentioned some things on leadership tenets at Disney, and I asked him if he would speak in our class. He graciously agreed to do so. So I'm happy and pleased to be able to bring you Dan Cockerell.
Good morning, Southern Illinois University online MBA students. My name is Dan Cockerell, and I'm the Vice President of Epcot, and I'm here today to talk to you about emotional intelligence. I know this is a topic that's coming up in your course in the next week or so, and I want to thank you for selecting me to speak on this topic. I've been with the Walt Disney Company for almost 19 years. I started here on the college program and continued with some early experiences at Disneyland Paris as a frontline operator. And I've spent the last 13 years here at Walt Disney World in hotel and resort operations and park operations. My current role includes about 5,000 cast members and 120 leaders here at Epcot, and our responsibility is to lead and manage the daily operation to make sure our guests have the best experience and the best vacation they've ever had. And a lot of that is done through process. We use a lot of technology, a lot of technical ability to be able to pull that off. But I will tell you that the understanding of emotional intelligence is probably one of the most important things we do here. We are trying to influence and convince our cast members every day how important their jobs are and how important their interaction with our guests are. So I know for a lot of you who are very technical in nature, this may be a harder topic to understand. You may excel in some of the classes around economics or accounting or computer programming because those topics are very measurable and you can really put your hands on them. When you start talking about emotional intelligence, you start to get in an area where there's a lot of intangibles involved. You're dealing with things that are hard to measure and they're hard to touch, but let me assure you they are one of the most important things that you can understand and work on, because regardless of where you're going to be working in the world, your ability to manage your emotions and understand yourself and in turn being able to lead teams of others and influence others towards the goals of a company or goals of a project are going to be extremely important. So as I was preparing for this presentation today, I went to look up the definition of emotional intelligence. It's a broad topic, and I just wanted to make sure I understood from a definition what it meant. And what I found was emotional intelligence is your ability to manage the emotion of yourself, of others, and of groups. And that is something that is, as I said before, very important in today's world to convince people about the goals of your organization. I wrote a quote a few years ago, and it stated that employees will work towards the goals of your company at their own discretion. So through audits and through accountability, we can get a lot out of performance, but it really is about making sure that we understand how people think and how they're motivated. So today, I'm going to go and talk about 4 areas of emotional intelligence and hopefully give you some action plans and some things to think about as you consider this topic. First thing is self-awareness. I think if you want to understand yourself, and you do need to understand yourself and how others perceive you and how you perceive yourself if you're going to lead teams of people. And self-awareness is a big one. Not everyone has self-awareness. Not everyone is able to realize their behaviors and their impacts and how that affects others' emotions. I think one of the key areas of this is your ability to really seek truth. I have many people in my organization I use as we call sounding boards. Some of them are frontline cast members who have been here for many years. Some are my direct reports, some are my peer group, but I'm constantly asking people how I'm doing in terms of my decision making, my leadership style, and always looking for continuous improvement. I've found as you move higher and higher in an organization, you are less likely to receive that kind of feedback, and people will want to say yes often, and often you will not get the kind of critical feedback you're looking for. And if you're not looking for it and you decide not to look for it, it's really easy to not get it. And that's probably one of the hardest things to do, because as you are in an organization, when you come in every morning, your actions, your mood, how you think about things, how you say things are going to impact people. And the higher in the organization you go, the bigger your impact is. And you need to ask yourself, do you want that to be a positive or a negative impact? So I would just tell you, find ways, and this is not only a career standpoint, but find ways to find out how people are perceiving you. There are surveys you can do. You may find people in your organization that are high courage and they're willing to tell you that. When someone gives you critical feedback, make sure you thank them for that, and make sure you set clear expectations for your teams that you're looking for that kind of feedback. Now, you don't want to do it to the point that you can't get your job done. And you don't want to do it to the point that you're paranoid and asking people every day how you're doing and what they think about you. But it is an important area and able to be effective in an organization. The number two thing to think about is the fact that you are responsible for your feelings and you're responsible for your actions. In today's world, and this has been going on for a long time, things happen. Good things happen and bad things happen, and only you can decide how you're going to react to those things. So let me give you